Hey guys, Galactic Marine 501 slash JacksonWolfXC here, and today, I don't know what this is. I don't know. I do that sometimes. But today, I will be showing you guys, and telling you a little something that I'm gonna buy. I will be showing you guys the Angry Birds Puzzle Eraseez Set 1. Both the blind box set and the open package 3-pack set that came out a few weeks or a few months before, I think, the blind box. Now, being erasers, your mileage may vary. I bring you back, if you've seen the review that I did of the Marvel, the Spider-Man one I got, it's a great eraser. They gave me the wrong eye. So I got two of one eye. So if you just look at him like this, as if he's got that spider signal thing that he had in the comics, then he looks great. However, his eye is missing. However, others like had an angry bird, red bird with a defect. Some of them will have some paint defects. You can see the pupils are smaller on this red bird than on this one. If you look really closely, the paint will vary a little. There can be extra bits of crap on the inside that you may have to trim off. They are erasers. They are designed to be erasers. I, funnily enough, have never used one as an eraser. I have a sketch that I was working on that could use some erasing. So I think I'll use my extra mustache pig. I will just use some of the inside of his peg, because their pegs are pretty darn big. And a little off of that would not really hurt it, I don't think. So let's see how this works. It's very clear to me that this was designed as more of a novelty item than an eraser. It works, but I'm trying to be careful and not to wear off anything that I don't want to wear off. Let me hold the peg, see if I can... No. It's taking a lot more work than, say, a normal eraser would, which is kind of stupid. Uh, yeah, it's not really, terrific, but it's not terrible either. It's mediocre. As an eraser. You can use them if you want to use them as erasers. They were obviously designed as novelties. So let's go through them one by one. Starting with the protagonist, Redbird. I'm gonna need some assistance with this. Okay. I'm going to use this part of my blanket as a receptacle for the pieces. Now, Redbird comes in pieces. You can pull his eyebrows, pretty much anything that is an obvious different color. The eyes are a separate piece. The beak is a separate piece. The tummy is a separate piece. The tail is a separate piece. This piece may get lost because it does pop out rather easily. So yeah, beware of that. And the little thing on his head is a separate piece. And he splits in half down the center. All of them do this. All of them do this little split thing. None of them are a solid ball, which they could have been and would have helped them. The Blackbird is is my favorite because I love Blackbird. His cap comes off, and on him, this is the part that you need to watch out for because it is so small and is so thin. Like the peg is so small. See, that peg is tiny. That may fall off and you may lose it. So be careful of that. Now I'm going to go through the blind bag, the open bag versions first, the open bag ones that you can buy. The only open bag figures that I've gotten are 2 red birds, a blue bird, 2 minion pigs, and a king pig, and 3 blackbirds. So I got the minion pigs and the bluebird with the two red birds today. As you saw if you watched my My Little Pony video that I did right before this. But yeah, here's Bluebird. He's cute. I'd like to have three bluebirds. He's one of the few that I would actually like to own three of, for the simple reason that he has that special ability where he goes. You know his ability. He splits into three. In my opinion, out of the birds, Bluebird is the weakest because if you look, his the part that has his feather on it doesn't really match up. Redbird's does. His is recessed a little too much. Now you probably could fix that if you tried hard enough, because I mean it does want to fit in there perfectly. So if you glued it, you could fix it, but it's really just the way it sits in. It may just be mine too. I don't know. But so yeah, the bluebird, his eyes are separate pieces. The little red bits, I've actually never taken them apart fully. So let's take them apart, see what he's like. Eyes are on pegs. The little red bits are on pegs too. Yes. So the eyes and the red bits are separate. Again, the tail is what you need to watch out for if you carry these guys around in your pockets. Oh, and by the way, they give you shaped pegs to help you figure out which way things go in. Like, hang on, I'm gonna pop an eye out again. There. Ah, dropped it. If you see that top half of the peg is flat, it's a flattened top half. That does not exactly mean that that's the way you'll do it. It will go in the other way because this is a soft eraser rubber. And again, his tail is the thing that you need to watch out for. I think I said that already, but who cares? Next, let's do the minion pig. Here's the minion pig. He's very green. His nose comes out. His body splits in half, and his eyes come out. Not as good as the birds. All three of the birds, actually. Not as good as any of the birds, but it's okay. Next, let's do Mustache Pig. No, he's actually the best made of the pigs. I wish they did a Helmet Pig, because I like Helmet Pig, but maybe in Series 2 or 3 of the blind bag. Series 2 of the open pack seemed to be just repackages, like reevaluations of who they should, instead of just having an all blackbird package that gave you 3 blackbirds, they varied it up a little bit. And instead of just giving you all three pigs in one bag, giving you 2 minions and a king or something like that. That was what I got, actually. It's funny. I didn't want a mustache pig, so that's good. But hopefully Series 2 blind bags will, if they do a Series 2 of blind bags, will include something a little more interesting, like maybe yellow bird, white bird, green bird. Actually, yeah, if they did yellow, white, and green bird, and helmet pig, maybe mighty eagle could get one. If they wanted to, they could go into like firestorm bird, laser bird, super red bird, super blue bird, monster bird, ice bomb bird, and such from Angry Birds Space. In case you don't know who those are, just look them up, because I'm not going to go back through. Firestorm is black. Super red and super blue are kind of obvious. Monster is Big Brother. Big Brother! He's another one that could get a puzzle racy. Let's see. So if they did a Series 2, let's get my shirt out for reference. They could do white, easily white, Big Brother, yellow, green, white, Big Brother, yellow, green. That's 4. Helmet Pig is 5. They released 6 different designs in this one. If they did Mighty Eagle, that would be 6. The only thing is, Big Brother would be very similar to Redbird, but that would be okay because they bring in the Redbird crowd by basically saying, hey, you can use this as a Redbird, I don't know, or something, I don't know. Whitebird would be easy enough for them to do. Greenbird would be kind of difficult because of his massive beak. Yellowbird shouldn't be too hard for them. Helmet Pig would just consist of slightly changing the way their pigs go together. Maybe do the bottom half one piece. The bottom half that would be green as one piece. Put the helmet on. Put the ears in through the little gap in the helmet. Or put a piece in to make the gap with the ears. And then put the eyes and the nose in. And then maybe as the bonus is a damaged helmet pig. I know it wouldn't be perfect because the helmet cracks as you damage him. Damaged, deflated Whitebird would be funny, but I don't think they'd make an extra mold just for that. Maybe damaged yellow, damaged, and do any of the guys have special color variants? No. Blackbird is the only one that really has a color variant. No, not really. So yeah. Oh, maybe the girl Redbird. Maybe she could be a color variant that they do. I don't know, because they already have a Redbird, so could just re-release it in Wave 2 as a girl Redbird. The only the only thing that they need to mold in is like a hole here, a bow, and a little color variation on him. So yeah. That's it for the. Well, actually, no. I've got one more basic. Sorry, I got off on that Series 2 about thing. We've got King Pig as the last of the basics. Now, his only thing that he's got different is he's got a little. His ears are both on one side, first off. He's got a little tumor on his head, and that's where you plug in his crown. If you remember that episode of SpongeBob with Kevin, the jellyfishing king or whatever, where at the end they crowned SpongeBob the new jellyfishing king and ripped off Kevin's crown. He's like, that wasn't a crown! And yeah, it ripped something off of his head because he was a sea cucumber or something. I don't know. Yeah. Now on to the special variants. Let's do the pig first. Here's the damaged minion pig. Let's give you a regular minion pig to compare. He's got a bruised eye, bruised shut, fully purple eye here. Looks like he got it stabbed out. Now, if you want to do a more accurate to the game damaged minion pig, take out the bruised eye, the one that's not totally bruised shut, and swap it out onto the normal pig, onto the regular minion pig, because I do believe only his one eye gets, like, his eye gets bruised. I don't think his other eye turns completely purple. I haven't paid that much attention. I don't have the HD on my iPad, so maybe it does in the HD version. Maybe you can see that on the HD. I have the normal version because I don't believe in paying $2 extra just for better graphics. Yeah, here's what I remember him as, at least. So yeah, you could do that if you have if you have an extra minion pig. But if you don't, still, is he worth the hunt? Not particularly. Now, if the way I got this guy bagged is anything to go by, you're gonna get him with this guy. So I'd say he's worth it overall at that point. But I don't know if they're bagged specifically or if you just get 2 random ones. Oh, I think I skinned my elbow. Oh, I did. I actually did. I don't know where. Oh yeah, I was rock climbing today. It's funny what happens when you forget that you're doing something. That's a weird thing. The second variant that I just sort of showed is the bruised redbird, or battle bruised. Battle bruised minion pig and battle bruised redbird. He's got a different set of eyes. That's about it. Switch the set of eyes, and you've got a normal redbird. Now, in my opinion, the most valuable color variant, just by sheer variance, is the Blackbird variant. Now some of you may say, Blackbird's your favorite anyway, so you're biased. But here's the reason. Now, I know I've shown these guys before, so some of you know this, but the exploding Blackbird is an entirely new color scheme. Even the yellow is different. You probably can't pick that up, but the yellow on the normal Blackbird is slightly darker. Now that may be because I got this guy in a 3-pack of Blackbirds, but I don't think so. I think it's actually a color variation. The only two things that are the exact same are the eyes, and I can forgive it for that. I can forgive it for that. So whereas the only two things that are different on the other two color variants are the eyes, the only two things that are the same are the eyes here. Now, granted, this guy isn't totally game accurate, because when he explodes, when he turns orange, he's doing this to expand and get energy stored up to explode. He's holding his breath. And he doesn't actually do that. But they did get one part of his explosion down. He can rip up into little bits and do that part of the explosion. I've always thought of, like, if you want to go into superheroes, I've always thought of Redbird as sort of Superman because he's generic. You know, he's just that guy. Um, Redbird is Superman. Yellowbird is the Flash. Bluebird as Multiple Man from X-Men, who could duplicate himself and have multiples of him. That's kind of obvious, his power. But Greenbird kind of doesn't really have a superhero. Let's see. Anybody that uses a boomerang. I don't know. I can't think of a really obvious superhero for white or green, because their superpowers, just their powers don't really apply to anybody. Because I mean, I'd say actually Green Goblin for white, just for the dropping bombs aspect. Big Brother, I would go with Hulk. Blackbird, I would say, is Nitro from the X-Men. Now, his power was he could explode, like, or he had to explode every so often, or else he would keep storing energy, and that was really bad, apparently. And like he actually jumped out of the X-Men's jet a few times. He was with the Brotherhood for a while. He jumped out of their jet, I think. Yeah, he did a lot of jet jumping. I know to feed that explosive need thing. But yeah, in case you guys wanted to see my collection in total without the two Blackbirds that are over on my shelf, here it is. Yeah, I've got all of them now, and I'm excited with that. And by the way, I am using Twilight Sparkle's box, but that's because it was the nearest box, and I kind of wanted to have a box for this. And the blind package ones come in a bag, and the non-blind package ones come in a clamshell thing that's very well molded, so there's not room for anything extra. But yeah, so this video has been brought to you by, let's just say, Fluttershy, because she's adorable. She really is. I mean, look at that. Look at that face. Look at that face. Can you say no to that? I know you non-bronies can, but if you're a brony, you cannot say no to Fluttershy. Fluttershy could say murder yours, could say brutally murder a puppy. You couldn't say no to her. Or kill yourself even, and you couldn't say no to her. Because she's Fluttershy. She's so adorable. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just leave the voices in my head be. Sorry. Yeah, that was weird.